Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia and I'm obsessed with stickers and planning, so if you are too, you're in the right place. My channel is full of plan with me's, sticker hauls, and other planning videos. All of my videos have timestamps in the description so you can skip around to different sections and to different shops in my hauls. And if this is your 20th time listening to this intro, you can go ahead and skip this too. All my social media links, including Instagram, are in the description, as well as all the supplies I use and notes about each video. The planner I'm currently using is my standard size vertical planner, which I use for decorative memory planning. I also just want to add a couple quick notes about me since I don't always remember to go into detail in my videos, and for new viewers it can be confusing. So when I mention work, I'm referring mostly to my bookkeeping position at a grocery store, and when I mention Anastasia, or Anna for short, she is my pet ball python. So let's go ahead and get started with this video, and I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so today is a super exciting day because I'm starting my brand new planner for 2020. We're finally getting into 2020 back planning, so that's pretty exciting for me. I'll just show you the cover of my brand new planner. Here it is, so I don't mind if you see my full name. But yes, it is a standard size planner, the exact same as my last one pretty much. I'm just so used to this style that I really can't imagine using anything else. So this is the first full week of January, so y'all already saw the beginning of January in my last planner and my last plan with me. So we're not doing any New Year's kits or anything. We're not even doing like a winter or January themed kit. We're actually using a Joker kit this week from Keatown because this is the week that I finally watched the Joker movie. I didn't watch it in theaters. I waited until I could watch it at home because I just knew it would be the sort of movie that I would want to experience on my own. So it was definitely the right decision, and it was a really great movie, I thought. So I'm going to be honoring that with this kit this week. So I don't often use Keatown kits, so we're going to see how we can make this work, especially in the new planner. Here's just the format real quick. Lots of little things, which I'm really happy about because I do need those. There's our bottom washi. I'm going to have to probably layer that because I don't feel like cutting it this week, and I'm not going to be using really a lot of foil. I could, theoretically use red foil, but I'm saving my red foil for another kit that I don't even know if I'm going to use anytime soon, but I just don't have enough of it that I wanted to use it with this week, so I'm not really going to do very much. I'm just going to, well, I have to do some kind of bougie. I have done like bougie weeks, like some white space planning without using bougie in the background at all, just like leaving space between the boxes and like pretending that I'm doing bougie, but I just don't like the way it looks as much. So I am going to be using this kind of confetti header overlay tape. I believe this is for Most Colored Days, and it looks like that. I'm going to be trying to use this as bougie, as like kind of like half cut headers, except it's a full size. So I don't know, I think it might be even easier to use it that way. So I'm going to be using probably a big chunk of this roll as bougie, but that's the only foil that I'm going to do, with the exception of pulling in some Simply Gilded 6mm perforated header tapes as glitter headers because I wasn't able to get glitter headers with this kit, and I don't really have that many of matching colors in my leftovers collection. So I'm gonna pull in some of these and just pull in some of those random header or glitter headers, and gonna try to make that work. Not a super duper busy week, so I'm only using 4 day extenders. I'm using 3 that come from SBC that I just got in a rack bag, and then 1 that I made myself, which I've already put down. So this week is going to be kind of stressful for me because I'm going to be trying to figure out like how to format things in this new format of planner, because it is a different format than the previous planner was. So there's going to be a lot more to like white out and like measure. As you can see, there's no built-in space between the boxes, so the sizing is a little bit different. So I've already whited out some of it. I've whited out a few lines in the washi, although I may not have to end up whiting out the rest of it because this I feel like can layer. It's dark enough to layer on top without seeing anything behind it. I did white out I think the January thing there. I'll show you how it normally looks. This is what the spread looks before you white out anything. So I did white out that portion over here, and I'll probably end up whiting this out because I don't think I have any. I only have 8 full boxes this week, so I don't have like an extra full box to put down there, but I may layer some of this washi. I may layer that one over there because that's not already in a full box, and I can just use these as the washi strips because I don't use that many washi strips anyway. So I'm probably gonna have to white out a lot more, but I've kind of watched a few videos on like how to make this like the old format, so I'm gonna try to do that, and I am going to try to make it as exactly like the old format as I can, because I know that like vertically it takes up a lot more space, so there's going to be less room for the deco up top, and less room for the page flags, which I'm still going to try to use, so therefore it's going to be like less side, no, because the sidebar should be just the same, because I'm just going to be whiting out everything there anyway. And then there is less room for the bottom washi, but I don't mind trimming it, and I think it should be all right. I'm just gonna layer these two just to make it fit. Again, I don't feel like cutting it, but typically I would cut it. I would just have to cut it a little bit smaller. But in exchange for that, you do get a little bit more space in each day, which I think is a great trade-off, because I've always like wished that I had more space. So we'll see how much more I can fit, how much more bougie you'll be able to see behind the boxes. So that's gonna be kind of fun to see how that works. Ultimately, it is going to be a little bit more annoying having to figure out a good system, but once I figure it out, I think I'll be happier with it than, you know, maybe even than the previous planner. So we'll see how it works. It'll just be a fun experiment. So there's probably going to be a lot of hiccups and oopsies in this plan with me, and maybe I won't be so happy with how it turns out, but it'll be a learning experience. And again, like, I'm not going full foil with this week, so I don't anticipate that it's going to be, you know, one of my favorite weeks ever, but we'll see. It might turn out pretty good. So we will see about that. I am going to incorporate a ton of scripts. I would usually be showing you my foil at this time, but since I'm not using very much, I'm just going to show you that I do have a large handful of scripts from Kinsey's Creations and Letters to Apollo that I'm going to try to pull in. These are just, again, plain black scripts, not foiled at all, although there are a few foiled script shops that I want to try out. If you know of any more script shops that do just plain black on clear, let me know down below, especially if they offer customs. That would be fantastic. There's a few that I want to still check out, but I just want to compile a list so I can check them all out eventually. Dang, I think it's probably time to get into the video. I'm used to like talking a lot more about it, but I think this just might be it. So let's go ahead and I will try to figure everything out, and I will put down the base layout, and then we'll come back on the other side for the day by day as usual. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the day by day. So the first thing I'm marking on Monday is work. This time I'm using a half box, which is really unusual, but I had the space. So I'm marking work with a giant girl from Paper Dolls Co. She has a variety of sizes on each sheet, so I don't often get to use the larger ones, but I had the space today with a whole half box, so it really seemed appropriate, especially because her red shirt and the green receipt tape really matched the rest of the spread. So I'm also using a bigger work script. I think that one is from Kinsey's Creations, and it was a busy day at work, so I'm doing that on a whole separate line with a busy day script from Kinsey and a munchkin looking all flustered with paperwork from Once More with Love. I'm using another munchkin to mark listening to podcasts at work that day, and a Kinsey script to match. So later in that day, when I got home, I got some Happy Mail from Amazon. So I'm just writing Happy Mail with the Kinsey script. I guess not really writing it, but just marking it with that. And the Lil from Some Little Things, the rabbit, is holding up an Amazon box. So that is just to mark Amazon Happy Mail without having to use the word Amazon, because it's a pretty recognizable box. I also played more Card Wars on my phone. That is the mobile game Adventure Time Card Wars, which is like kind of a card game from the show Adventure Time, but like they made a mobile version and it's really addicting. So that is another character from Some Little Things to mark that. It's one of the hamsters, I think. I also read some more of my book, which was the 11 Thumbs series, book number 4. I'm using a giant read script from Letters to Apollo because, again, I have a half box, so I have room to mark it, and a giant emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. I'm marking Nap Time with a nap script from Kinsey and a Napping Girl from Shine Stickers Studio. I'm also using a half box and another giant emoji to mark texting my best friend Aiden, and both of those scripts are mixed and matched from Kinsey's Creations, as is the asthma script below that to mark having an asthma attack that day, and that is a girl with an inhaler from Van City Stickers to mark that. I also watched more of the show that I was binging at the time, Phineas and Ferb, and that is a TV from the Littlest Planner to mark that. I think that's the shop that it's from. So that day I was feeling a little bit emotional, so in the half box I'm using a crying emoji with chocolate to mark that I was a little bit mad and a little bit sad about the whole situation with Zach, the guy I was kind of seeing at the time. I guess it wasn't really working out at this time, and it was kind of getting towards the end of that whole relationship. And later that day I also did an Instagram post for my haul that had won up the previous day. So those are some mixing and matching scripts from Kinsey and a camera from Bubba Bear Studios. So going into Tuesday, I'm marking work. Again, this time with a work script from Letters to Apollo and a munchkin from Once More with Love. I'm marking nap with another big script from Kinsey and a sort of relaxing cat from Fox and Cactus. I really love her cat characters, and I hope she comes out with more for sure. I also played more Card Wars, so there's another Kinsey script, and a Scribbler from Scribble Prince Co. playing cards. I also had a migraine that day, so I'm using the appropriate sticker from Paper and Thread, formerly known as Sweet Ava's Paper, to mark that, and I didn't have to write anything, so I layered it over some washi. I also listened to more podcasts at work that day, so there's a little emoji with headphones. I actually don't think I have a whole sheet of those. That was from a freebie, so I will need to purchase more because it is really useful for marking podcasts. The only other podcasts sticker that I have to mark listening to them is the one that I used on Monday, so I need to get more of the headphones ones. My Snake Anastasia also shed that day, so I'm using one of my own stickers to mark that, and a shedding script from Kinsey. And the movie I watched that night was Dunkirk, a war movie from the early 1900s. I liked it. It was pretty dramatic, but I'm not really into most war movies, so that was kind of the exception to the rule. And that is a munchkin watching a movie to mark that. Because I didn't really have any war movie stickers, and I don't think I will. So going into Wednesday, I'm marking work with the same Letters to Apollo script and a Shadow the Cat sticker from Paper and Thread. It's kind of a budgeting sticker for that. And I had remnants of the previous day's migraine still, so I'm using a migraine script from Kinsey's Creations and a brand new headache sticker from Once More with Love. Little Munchkin has like a nail through his head, which was a perfect representation of how a migraine feels, so I just had to use that, and it was small enough to fit into the space, which I really liked. I also got groceries at work that day. Sorry, I have hiccups. And I'm using a leftover grocery bag sticker from somewhere. I don't remember which kit, but that art is everywhere for that grocery bag. And I'm marking read. I'm reading more of Love and Thumbs number 4 with the book label from the kit and a read script from Kinsey. The half box is to mark free chocolates in the break room at work. I love it when there's free chocolates. There were actually some recently, but I'm using a big old chocolate bar sticker from Happy Daya, and I kind of angled it weirdly, so just kind of ignore that, but oh well, at least it's chocolate. And I also answered some comments and messages that day, so I'm using a script from Kinsey. Again, pretty much all the scripts are going to be from Kinsey unless they're from Letters to Apollo. But the laptop, like, emoji in a onesie is from the Coffee Monsters Co. as usual, and I also called my parents that day, so I'm using another sticker of Lil from Some Little Things on the phone to mark that. I also had a mocha while I was at work that day, I think. I don't think it would have been when I was at home because I never make mochas in the evening. I only make them in the morning for myself, so I probably got it from Starbucks. But I'm using a wintertime, like, Starbucks emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that. And I also spent some time designing a spreadsheet. I think this was one of my planning spreadsheets that I used, because I used quite a few, but I probably spent some time on that, so I'm using this big old design script from Kinsey's, which doesn't really fit in the space, because I also used a really big sticker from Candy Bee Designs on a computer, I guess, to mark that. And then my sneak Anastasia ate her dinner that night, which is becoming increasingly rare that she does that, but this was back when she was doing it regularly. So there's a script from Kinsey and a custom snake from Happy Daya to mark that. I was really happy I got her to do a snake. So I also marked more card wars with a girl from Papershire playing cards, and I also texted somebody. Now, I literally forgot to write in who I texted, but I can almost guarantee you that it was Zach that day. So there's a script from Kinsey and a little emoji texting from the Coffee Monsters Co. And the movie of that evening was Focus, which is a Will Smith and Margot Robbie movie, and it is one of my favorite movies. It's so good and so sad, and I just love it so much. I highly recommend that movie. It's like a heist movie. I just love those. And that girl watching the movie with popcorn is from Van City Stickers. So going into Thursday, I slept in that day because it was my day off. So there's a girl from Whimsical Cat Studio to mark that. And the half box I'm using to mark that it was a windy day, and there's a little cloud blowing winds. I don't remember where that's from because it was from a sampler, but if you know of any more like a windy day type stickers, let me know down below because I don't have that many. I think I have only one that I have like on an actual sheet instead of from a sampler. I also had oatmeal that morning for breakfast, so there's a giant oatmeal sticker from Papershire to mark that. It's almost too big to be used regularly, but I try to fit it in where I can because it's so cute. I also got new slippers in the mail that day that I'm actually wearing right now as I record this voiceover, so I'm using this giant slippers sticker from Happy Daya that I got from a sampler. I don't even think there's any slippers stickers on any full sheets anywhere, but how often am I going to need to mark them? Not very often. I also texted Zach some more, and there's a phone from Bubba Bear Studios, I'm pretty sure. And then I planned some more that day, so that is a planned script from Letters to Apollo and a Happy Daya planner for that. I didn't really have to use a half box for that, and I'm kind of regretting it, but oh well, it doesn't look terrible. I just didn't have to waste it on that. So I got more Happy Mail that day. Honestly, I don't remember who it's from, but I think the only Happy Mail that I got this week was from Skittle Prince Co., so it's probably that. And that envelope is kind of just a leftover from another kit. Again, that art is everywhere. I also filmed a plan with me that day, so there's some mixing and matching scripts from Kinsey's and a girl from Pumpkin Paper Code filming a plan with me. It's my first time using that sticker. I think it's a new sticker, so I'm really pleased with that, although it's kind of big and sticks out a little bit. And it was also payday because it was Thursday, so there's another sticker from Some Little Things, like in a shower of bills, to mark that. I also played more Card Wars, and there's the same scribbler from Skittle Prince Co. to mark that. It was also trash day. I don't often mark payday or trash day on Thursday, but this Thursday I had a room to mark them both, so I did. And there's a brand new trash day script from Kinsey to mark that, and a girl from Papershire taking out the trash. I don't know why she's winking. It's kind of weird, but she's also frowning, so I guess that's accurate about taking out the trash. The movie of that evening was True Grit, the newer version, another movie that I really, really love. It just has to be one of those movies that I just have to be in the mood for to watch it. It's not like an anytime movie. It's like a really kind of older style Western, and I love it when I'm in the mood for it. And there's a little Woody cowboy from Some Little Things from the Toy Story sheet, because I don't have any other cowboys from anywhere else to mark that or any such things, but let me know if you know of any shops that have cowboy stickers down below, because I would also like to use them to mark when I visit Texas, where my parents are. So going into Friday, I brushed out my hair that morning. Again, it's a big ordeal, so I only do it once a month. I'm using a Pumpkin Paper Co. Girl for that. Again, it's a brand new sticker, so I'm enjoying using all these new stickers. I did some budgeting, so there's an icon from Scribble Prints Co. and the script is from Letters to Apollo. I washed the dishes, so there's a wash dishes sticker from Happy Daya, no script required. And I took photos of my planners, so there's a take photo script from Kinsey and a girl with a camera from Whimsical Cat Studio. I had some chocolate Russians that evening, which is funny because I actually just had a couple just now, so that's why I'm talking a lot more slowly than usual. But that sticker to mark that is from Hazel Sticker, and it really looks accurate as to how a chocolate Russian looks, which is so funny, except for all the fruit, because you don't put fruit in a chocolate Russian, that would be gross. But I also edited my plan with me that day, and there is a munchkin from Once More With Love to mark that. And that movie the evening was, of course, Joker, because I had to mark it sometime this week. And there is a Joker emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. So on Saturday, I marked to work. I was a cashier that day, so there is a sticker from Paper and Thread to mark that. And the work script is once again from Letters to Apollo. The nap script is again from Kinsey's, and the giant nap emoji is from the Coffee Monsters Co. The vanilla to mark getting groceries is from Papershire, and the script is from Kinsey's, as is the cardboard script again that I'm using next. And the little cards I think are from Hazel Sticker, although I'm really not certain about that. I just feel like that's true. I also cooked some beef that day for my sandwiches in the next week, and I don't remember where that little fringy haired character is from, but please let me know because he's so cute and I might want to buy more. So if you know where that little fuzzy haired dude in the pot is, let me know. He's cute. So I also edited a haul, so there's some scripts from Kinsey's and a little emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark editing. I also watched more Phineas and Ferb. That TV is I think also from Hazel Sticker. Script is from Kinsey's. I had some tea, so there's a giant flat lay from Papershire and a tea time script from Kinsey to mark that. It's my first time kind of layering this little thing strip and a flat lay like that, but I kind of like the way that works. And I also watched Adventure Time that day, so 2 different shows. So that script is from Kinsey's, and the Munchkin Watching TV is from Once More With Love. I also drew more of Princess Bubblegum, a character in Adventure Time, because if you don't know, I've tasked myself with drawing every single one of her unique outfits that I see in the show, and that's a really fun project that I am doing. I'm on to number 35 by now, so it's really fun. I will make those into stickers if you are curious and if you like the show. So that flat lay is also from Papershire with the iPad to represent drawing, and the script is from Kinsey's. Going into Sunday, I'm marking work once more with another Paper and Thread sticker. This time it is of Chip the Chihuahua, and the work script is from Kinsey. So is all the other scripts for the rest of that day. Well, no, one of them is from Letters to Apollo. But anyway, I'm marking nap time with a bear from Grin and Bear It. I really need to order more from that shop. Card Wars, that is with another hamster character from Some Little Things. I called my parents. That's a little emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. on the phone. So then the only other Letters to Apollo script for this week is the haul live script to mark when I uploaded a haul, and there's an upload sticker in a laptop from Whimsical Cat Studio. I marked more adventure time with some little things, little bunny watching TV. And then I marked doing an Instagram post for my haul that had just gone live with a giant camera from Happy Daya, I'm pretty sure, and some Kinsey scripts mixed and matched. And then marking Phineas and Ferb again with a emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. I'm having a really hard time distinguishing between emojis and munchkins today, as you can tell, but we did it, we made it through, and I'm actually pretty on time, so I'm proud of myself for keeping pace, but I did have to also speed it up a lot because for some reason this took way longer than usual. I mean, obviously it took longer because I was doing a different method of bougie, which tends to take 5 times longer because you have to deal with so many tiny strips, and I do not recommend this as a method for every single time as opposed to just using bougie boxes. But since there aren't bougie boxes or bougie box tapes in all these fun colors right now, it might be your only method if you have header overlays in those fun colors like I used for this one. But I did talk to Lauren of Rose Colored Days about the Christmas bougie boxes this year, or her Christmas tapes, and I think she is probably going to do a red and green bougie box tape for this Christmas, so at least we will have that. And if you want to use more red foil or red bougie, that should be an option for sure. So I think we can count on that, and I hope to eventually convince her to do all the other fun colors as well, because honestly I think it's pretty inevitable and they're gonna sell really well because it's so much easier than this method, which was a real pain in the patootie, but ultimately I think it was the right decision and I think it looks really good. Like, it was the only foil I used in this spread, but I'm really glad it was there because it works for the spread and it matches the colors, and I just like the way it turned out. I like it better than if I had just left it white. So yeah, ultimately I am pretty proud of this spread. I did mess up a bit because I was watching along with Andrea's video of how to white out everything in preparation to do this spread, and I missed a part of the bottom washi that I was supposed to white out, and I was supposed to start the boxes a little bit lower than I did, so next time I'm gonna have to get it right. But I left myself less room in the actual days because of that, so ultimately it's a little bit cramped up in there. But since everything was a bit wild anyway, because I wasn't using like standard size bougie boxes, I think I could have gotten away with it just this once, but I won't be making that mistake again. But I am glad that I did have more room for the bottom washi because it was split, so I got to use both designs and have most of both of them showing, so that was kind of like a good thing after all. And I did manage to make it pretty much like any other standard spread that I'm used to doing. I had enough room for all the little deco at the top and the date covers and everything, and the page flags, and even the month fit. If I had used the bigger January script from Letters to Apollo, it wouldn't have fit, but since I had the smaller Kinsey script, it fit perfectly. Honestly, I should probably try to get a 2020 script, put the year in there rather, but I don't know, it doesn't seem really necessary, but it just looks kind of like empty just to have January instead of January 2020 like I'm used to. I don't know, it just looks kind of weird to me, but I might just leave it because like we know already this is 2020, like we're not gonna forget. But if I'm just flipping to it randomly, like, it's just important that I know it's January, like, that's enough. So, ultimately, yeah, I think this turned out really good, and it looks a lot like my previous spreads in my previous planner with the easier format used to look, so I'm really glad. I think this was a great start to my new planner, although I would have preferred my first spread in my new planner to have, like, tons more foil. It just wouldn't have worked with the kit that I chose, so ultimately I think it's fine. I think it looks pretty good, and I managed to stay on color scheme this time, no using crazy colors that like weren't in the kit at all, so I really like the way it turned out, and I think it was really appropriate for the somber tone of the movie Joker. It's a good tribute to that movie, and I think the lack of foil also helps to keep that somber tone instead of being really flashy, which is not really the tone of the movie. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, and thank you so much for watching this and sticking through me talking really slowly. Honestly, me not stumbling over my words and talking faster is probably a better way of doing these voiceovers, but yeah, it might not always be like this. But yeah, thanks so much for sticking with me through this. And yeah, if you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be wonderful and amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.